Hi all, I'm going to explain how to install Hadoop on Windows. I have used Windows 10 version and Hadoop 3.2.0. This demo is a part of our IoT part where we are trying to sense the data from the sensor and push it to Hadoop cluster. Okay. Now I will explain how to install Hadoop on Windows 3.2.0. I'm not using 3.2.1 because it has a video, it cannot run on Windows where name node will not start. So considering that, I have taken up 3.2.0. Okay. Now let us see how to install. Okay, first we need to ensure the Java is installed or not. Okay, so get into command prompt. Just check for the Java version what you have, what is there in your PC, and ensure that you have a Java 8 version. Okay, if you want to know more about Java, I have already placed in my GitHub. I'll be sharing the link. You can use how to install Java 8 to your Windows PC. Okay, now I have Java 8. Now I need to download the Hadoop 3.02. So this is the link where I'll be sharing this in the GitHub and the link in the YouTube. You can use this, and I'm downloading to my local folder. Okay. So, okay, it is downloaded. Now I'll be copying it to where I have installed and where I have put a Hadoop folder. Now I will extract using 7-zip. Okay, try to extract using 7-zip. Okay, yeah. Once again, we have to do one more extraction. Okay. Okay. The .so file you can ignore. It is not an issue. Okay. Okay. Now we have extracted. Now if we can ignore this .so linking error. Okay. Now let me delete the folder, the files. Okay, now I have installed Hadoop 3.2. Okay, I have everything over here, right? Okay, now next step what I have to do is I have to set up a system environment variable, Hadoop home and Hadoop path. Okay, now just get a type into environment variable, get into it. Now select new, give variable name as Hadoop path, then give the folder where we have pasted. Okay, so the bin path, give the complete paths of the bin. Okay, now let me set the now we have finished Hadoop home setting. Now let me set the path. Select new. Okay, bin. Now I have to set for sbin also. Okay, the sbin is also there in the same Hadoop path location. This has all start, all CMD. So from anywhere you want to execute, you have to set this path. Okay. Okay, now I have set the environment variable. We need to modify 4 files: core site, MapReduce site, HDFS site, yarn site, and Hadoop environment. Now let me go for first into Hadoop etc folder. You can find core-site.xml. Okay, here I'm going to put the property of localhost. Okay, so I'll be setting fs default fs, then localhost 9000. So this value need to be set for the core site. Okay. Okay, it's done. Now let me save it. Okay, now I have to set MapReduce path. We are going, which is yarn to set up yarn. Okay. On the same path you can find MapReduce, MapRed. Okay, Now we need to set data path. Okay. So now we need to set a folder in Hadoop path. Okay. So let me go to Hadoop. Now I will create a new folder, data. Inside that I will create two more new folders. One is data node and one is name node. Now we need to set the hdfs site.xml. Okay, there we are going to define the name node directory and the data node directory. So name node directory will be used for edit logs and fs image, and data node directory will be used for the data pushed into the Hadoop cluster. Okay, it's done now. Okay. Just ensure that this path is very important, because when we format name node, this path is very important. Okay. Now we need to set the yarn site. Okay, we need to set for the map reduce shuffle and the other things. Okay. Let me open yarn.xml, which will get lost. Yarn site.xml, where I'm going to put the property of this. Now it is done. Now I have to set the Hadoop environment variable, right? Go to the same, open Hadoop environment cmd file, okay, and just set the Java path where your Java is installed. That is your Java home. Now to run by default, the Hadoop will not have the all Windows required folder, Windows required components. So we have to download from this path. This path I have already shared, and it has all the version what required. Just download it. Okay. I have downloaded to my download folder. Now I will copy to the temporary folder where I have created in my Hadoop I have created one temporary folder. There I will be placing it, and I will extract there. Okay. Now I will be going for 3.0 version. If it is a 3.1.2, you have to replace the bin. If after 3.2, you can just copy the files and place these files in the bin. Okay, now I have placed the required thing, and now let us see. Now my installation is complete. Let me get into a command prompt and see whether I have installed Hadoop version. Just type Hadoop version. Okay. So now I have installed 3.20. Now I need to format the data node. Okay. I'm just formatting the data node. Okay. My node format is successful now. Now let me start all the Hadoop services. You have to type start all, which is there in the SBIN. We have already configured it the path, so you can type it from anywhere. Okay. If you see my yarn started, yarn resource manager started, node manager started, data node started, and name node started. Okay. Now let me see the local host of the cluster part. Okay. Setting the local host cluster where you can see the all the Hadoop. Now my Hadoop is now. Let me check for the my data node part. Okay. Just copy the location. Okay, it is localhost 9087, which I need to check for data node. Okay, so you can see it is ready now. Now let me check how. Now let me check whether to do a simple test on Hadoop. So I have already created a temp folder where I have a sample.txt. I'll be trying to push this text file from Windows to Hadoop. Okay, this is the sample data what I have, which I have already generated and kept it. Now let me use Hadoop. First, let me make a directory of test folder Hadoop FS. Using Hadoop FS MK directory, the test folder. Okay. Now my folder is created successfully. Okay. Now let me push. Let me put the data into Hadoop. Okay. Let me push the data into Hadoop. So Hadoop, I'm using a put command from source to destination folder in the Hadoop. Okay. It's done now. Now let me check. Whether the files have properly is being pushed to Hadoop. I'll be testing FLS the test folder. Okay. So you can see that it's my test folder. I have already placed my sample.txt. Okay. Now we can use cat command to see the data. What is there in the sample.txt. See, my data is there in the Hadoop. Now I will be using stomp to stomp all the service to quit from the Hadoop. It's done. Okay. It's done. This is a simple Hadoop, and I'll be explaining how to use Nifi and all in coming videos. I have already posted Kafka and Nifi and Java installation. I will be sharing that my GitHub to you. Thank you all for watching the video.